up, fam? Welcome to Living For You, the YouTube channel. It's me, your favorite cousin, your favorite uncle, your favorite nephew, your favorite brother, your favorite father, your best friend's best friend, Dr. Larry Smith. And once again, welcome to Living For You. This is a safe space, a positive place where we come and we build each other up and we grow and we learn and we develop ourselves from one another. So continue to come. Those of you who subscribed, you already know what it's like. You get your notifications all the time to let you know when we post a video, or when I post a video. And those of you who are new, like I said, I'm Dr. Larry Smith. Hi. I am a certified life and spiritual coach. I consider myself a spiritualist. And I use spiritual means and spiritual resources, but I also just common practical coaching resources to help my clients. My business is Live For You Coaching. It is a life and spiritual coaching service where I help my clients deal with trauma. If they've dealt with a trauma that they just can't seem to get over and it's affecting their lives presently, we deal and we dive and we do the work to get them into their present tense life so that they can live the life and make the life that they choose and live the life of their dreams, really, and enjoy life. Because that's what life's about. Life's not about anything but being able to live it happy, healthy, whole, and on your terms. That is the essence of what life should be. And for so many people, that just isn't the case. So if you want to know more about me, my business, go to www.liveforyoucoaching.com. That's www.liveforyoucoaching.com, and you can find out more about the business and possibly engage in some of the resources that we have out there, from a book all the way down to coaching classes that are self-paced and all kinds of stuff. More things that we're working on as well. And you can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Dr. Larry Smith. If you want to just follow me on a daily basis and see what I do whenever I post things. I post a lot on Instagram, I post a lot on Facebook, so you know, you can follow me there. So welcome. And I know a lot of people who follow me have realized that last week I took last week off. I didn't post any videos. I barely posted anything really on Instagram or on Facebook. I kind of just took a week for myself. The reason why is, one, I had a lot of things going on. I released my book, The Freedom Prescription, which you should go and get. But I've also was dealing with the 2nd year anniversary of my mother's passing. My mother passed. She transitioned out of this physical life into the realm of the ancestors 2 years ago, April 21st. And, you know, for me, I always take the anniversary around the time and her birthday, which is February 8th, as a way just to kind of have my own somber moment. It's not a moment of weeping. It's not a moment of sadness or depression. It's just a moment of me to sit still and remember life. Not just the life I have now, but my mom's life and my mom's dreams and my mom's goals. And I usually eat something that I know she enjoyed, or I might watch or listen to some music that I know she enjoyed, just to remember the thoughts and the experiences of having her in the physical realm. Because she's still here presently in the spiritual sense, but on a physical level, no. And I do realize how important to myself and to so many other people that physical level is, because your first human interaction as a child is physical touch onto your mother's chest after you're born. So it's a very interesting experience. But I learned so much from losing my mom's physical being on this planet. And I think it's important that I share that with you guys and talk about my development and my growth that I've had from experiencing death. Now, I will be frank and straightforward and honest. I hadn't had a lot of loss in my life to death. In 2005, I lost my grandfather, but I didn't grow up seeing him every day and developing the deep-seated relationships. My mom was that affected my mom quite a bit, because she was a daddy's girl, the youngest daughter, and so she had a real close relationship with him. So it affected her deeply. I can recall. And then a couple of other things that happened in my life. I lost one of my best friend's mother, who was also a close friend to my mom. They were kind of close, almost best friends. And so it was more so of an externalized expression that I watched through other people that was near me, but not within me. My mom was the first time that I ever had to experience it from such a close inner feeling. And it affected me. In many ways, it became a trauma for me that I had to navigate my way through that situation. And if you guys know anything about my coaching program, if you know anything about some of the things I talk about when it comes to dealing with trauma, one of the first things that I say, if not the first thing, is acceptance of what is. I had to come to the realization to accept the fact that my mother was no longer physically present on this planet. That's the hardest part for most people, is to come to that acceptance, and that acceptance of what is. I had to do it. And fortunately for me, because I am a coach, because I am such a spiritual person, because I do believe that we move beyond into the everything when we move on out of this physical life, so we're forever the essence of everything. I also realize that you go be with the ancestors, and so many people who have been watching you, earthly, from a spiritual realm. She's with her father, she's with her loved ones, she's with our ancestors, she's with the enslaved ones who wanted the best for us, and so her grandparents. So I realized that she's in a comfortable place, a lot more comfortable place than the earthly realm could have ever been for her, because there is no hurt, there is no pain, there is no feelings of sickness, there is none of this stuff that we have to face in the physical form. So because I believe that, and that's my spiritual beliefs, I was okay in dealing with the acceptance. However, for me, I think it's important that we don't forget, but we don't live in. And so the growth for me came where I had to realize, what is this loss teaching me? I had to come to the conclusion and the questions of, what am I getting from this? Because everything in life gives you something that can be used for your development. Whether it is a positive or a not so positive, it can be used for personal development. My mom was very young. My mom was 56. I watched my mom throughout the years. I was very close to her. I was the last child to leave the house. I did a lot of stuff to help my mom. And I realized that my mom never lived a life of fullness by my standards. Now, she may have lived one by hers, but by mine, I would have wanted to do so much more. You guys know, I always talk about it. I want to do so much and so much. And so one of the things my mom's death taught me was to just go for it. Take the risk. Take the opportunities. Don't be afraid to try to just do what you want to do. Instead of sitting around preparing, hoping, wishing, just do it. And so I've taken steps, I've done things. Me just coming on YouTube, you guys, it's been a little over a year, but really me just coming on YouTube and being able to get on camera and talk and express myself and talk from my heart and from my spirit and the inner beings of my soul was a difficult challenge for me. I'm not a shy person, but I'm also not a person who is just freely giving, just a words, just mouthy. Believe it or not. A lot of people don't believe that, but I am a person who likes my own inner being too. And I like to keep things to myself, but I believe in transparency. So I can't get on here in front of you guys and talk to you guys about healing from trauma and being authentic if I'm not being authentic. So it's a challenge for me to just show up authentically 100% when I come onto this camera. But my mom's death taught me to do that. It also taught me to take the risk and do things I wouldn't have normally did. I should have done a YouTube channel years ago, but I wasn't ready. And in the right moment, I became ready. So now I'm doing it. Publishing my book. I worked on that book for over 6 months. The concept and thoughts of it were longer than that, probably 2 years. And I planned and thought, well, I can't say that, or it might not be grammatically correct, or I might have this or this. I thought all kinds of stuff. Like I said, I'm not gonna write a book until I get a doctorate. I had the credentials to write it, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna write it until I get a doctorate, because I just was perceiving all of this stuff. My mom still told me, do it. Put it out there. All you can do is try. And I watched my mom live a life where I feel like she didn't try hard enough. But maybe she did. Like I said, I don't know. I'm just talking from my perspective and what it taught me. So it taught me to try. It also taught me to love harder, to appreciate people while they're here. One of the things that people are saying nowadays that they, believe is give people their roses while they're alive. And I've always believed in valuing and honoring and loving people while they're physically present. But now I'm more so inclined to just say, if I appreciate you, I appreciate you. If I love you, I love you. If I care for you, I care for you. And I want you to know that in all of the capacity now. So, and that's one thing that taught me, I always told my mom I loved her. I always told her how I felt about her, but I feel like I could have done more. I don't have regrets because, like I said, I live a life to avoid regrets, in the grand scheme of things. But you can always do more. You can always amp it up. There's never too much love that can be shown. My mom's death taught me that. Another thing that it taught me is about my health and to be concerned about who, I am physically by exercising, by eating the right foods, by having diets, and by taking cleanses and detoxes and just being mindful that health is important. My mom died of congestive heart failure and she was young. And, that's something that I feel like I can avoid if I just manage my health and I get the checkups and I do all of the things that I needed to do. So there is so much life that was imparted in me from the death of my mother. And we have to understand, and you don't just have to use death as an educational tool. Any bad thing, any trauma, any experience that might not necessarily be a positive experience, you can use and you can find something to put in you to make you a better person, because that is what life is about. It's about growth and development, but you can only grow as far as you believe you can go. I'll repeat that. You can only grow as far as you believe you can go. And that is very important, that your mindset is a growth mindset, that your mindset doesn't see something as a setback. Your mindset doesn't see something to hold you down, but your mindset sees whatever challenges you may go through as a stool for you to step upon to get to the next level. Right? As far as you think you can grow, that's as far as you're going to go. As far as you can grow is going to be as far as you think you can go. Period. And so I use my mom's passing transition as a tool to help me grow as a person. And I'm not saying it's been easy. I'm not saying it's been something that I've been able to do overnight. It has been a walk. It has been a process, a growth process that I have been engaging myself into intentionally. I've been intentionally meditating. I've been intentionally praying. I've been intentionally thinking about my mom, and not in a way to bring sadness to myself, but in a way to bring healing through what some might say is a tough time. I came to the awareness that no, you won't ever get over losing a parent, a mom, a significant other, someone you love, but you do grow. You learn how to grow within the reality of your new reality. Yes, I miss her. Yes, I would love to speak to her every day. Yes, I smile and laugh of the memories that were positive. Yes, I think and wonder if things could have been better. I have all those real human thoughts, feelings, visions, and dreams because I'm a human. As much as I get up on here, I'm a human. And so that's why I take the day to just have a somber day. A day of just remembrance, a day of memorial, a day of self-understanding, self-reflection through memories and through loss. And I know my siblings do. I know my family members who were connected to my mom do. And they won't ever speak about it, but I tell them all the time, we're in this together. Our experience is shared. No one has any worse feeling about it than the other person. It doesn't matter if I was there more present, or if I did more, or somebody else was there more. We all have lost. And so our goal, our part is to come together in that shared experience, not to mourn, not to miss, not to cry, but to continue to help each other grow. To continue to help each other to see what the growth potential is that we have to get to in order for us to keep going. We don't want to revert. We don't want to turn off into other things. We should lean into each other for the strength that we're going to need. And so I submit that to my siblings. I submit that to my nieces and my family members and my family friends and other people who are experiencing what I'm experiencing from this loss, that we lean on into each other and onto each other so that we can grow forward and we not get lost in grief or get lost in loss. So my mom's death have taught me so much. I'm growing as a person, and I know within the next couple of years or so, I'm moving into my next major decade, I guess, of life. And I just, I want to go there holistically happy. I want to go there holistically healthy. I want to go there financially sound. I want to go there healthy. I want to go there in good relationships, friendships. I want to go there in a powerful place of creation, in a powerful place of manifestation and manifesting the life that I truly want at the core of my heart. And the only reason why I am that certain it's going to happen, but I'm also that motivated to get there, is from the loss of my mother's life. So in this instance, loss of life gave me new life. And I like I said, I'm not going to say I'm thankful for my mother passing, but I'm thankful for the lesson and the blessing that I got from my mother's passing. So I wanted to get on here and speak about that because I like to be honest and transparent with my family, with you guys, because I know that you guys, when you get in, these become relationships. These YouTubers, we become part of your life. I have some that I've watched that have become part of my life, and for some of you, I'm part of your life. So you think about me, you wonder about my truth, you wonder what I feel about things. Well, this is me being transparent. This is me being open. This is all I can be, really. Is transparent and honest and try to just tell you how I feel. Try to express in many ways how I feel. That's me. So this is just me. But I wanted to make a video about this because some of you were wondering. I got a couple of emails wondering, where am I? What's going on? Am I okay? Some of you knew it was the anniversary, so you knew that had something to do with it. But that's all. I'm learning, I'm growing, I've gotten so much from this experience, and I promise you, no matter what trauma you go through, it's a lesson in it. You just have to be willing to accept the lesson. You have to be willing to learn the lesson. You have to be willing to go through the process and progress of understanding the lesson and growing. That is what it's about. So as I always say, I love you all. I love you. I love you. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.